In this video, I'm going to show how to display grid lines in a simple plot in MatPlotLib, which is an add-on Python package for plotting that produces MATLAB-style plots. Here we go. A simple demo program. There we go. Here we see only the major grid lines. I'll show what that means in a minute. The minor grid lines would be in between. You can see a simple plot here of X versus Y. I'm going to close it. I'm going to go over to the source code for this. So we have a header here. We don't actually use these, but I usually import these as a standard practice. Importantly, we need to import numpy as np and matplotlib.pyplot as plt for plots. Most of the plotting sort of hangs off this plt submodule, but in fact there are some other three-dimensional features that you can't get to from this line. So we have a range for the x, the input. We have constants for computing the curve that you saw. Now this is kind of complicated. First, what we do is we make a figure here, then we get the axes for that figure here, and to make it look a little nicer, we do AX, that's the axes, dot set face color, light gray, so that's the background color. And then we plot the curve here, we add the title here, we label the x-axis, the horizontal axis, X, we label the y-axis, the vertical axis, with the formula used for the curve. And now we get to the important part, which is configuring the grid lines. This is done with plt.grid, and you have which to specify major or minor or both. And here, for simplicity, we have different colors for the two lines. Now, in this simple example, we illustrate a common problem often encountered in setting up the grid lines, which is that you also have to turn on the minor ticks. This is, in my mind, totally unintuitive. But when I did it, I had this commented out, and as a result, I only saw the major lines. So let's turn it back on now. So we do both these grid commands and we turn on the minor ticks. And then we're going to run it again. There we go, again, Python, my demo program, how to display grid lines in matplotlib.py. Here we go. It takes a little time for Python to load and parse the function, and now you can see the light gray grid lines have been added as well. We could change the color, the width of the lines, and fiddle with other things to make the plot look better or worse or whatever we want to illustrate, whatever points. Right, so we'll hit this, and just to show one other feature, it has written that plot to how to display grid lines in matplotlib.jpg or JPG, which is done by the F1, that's the figure.savefig function call here. So that's how to display grid lines. Remember, the gotcha is that in addition to setting the PLT grid minor, we need to also do plt.minorTicks on. That is something that's easy to forget and is a frequent gotcha.
This concludes this video presentation. If you like this video, please click like. Please click subscribe and the notification bell if you would like to receive more content from us. You can avoid internet censorship by subscribing directly to our RSS news feed. Please consider sharing the link by email and on your website or blog, in addition to liking, upvoting, or sharing on increasingly censored, advertising beholden, big company social media. We have encountered such censorship. Mathematical software is developing algorithms and software to automate data analysis, reducing the risks of costly errors and increasing the predictive power of the results. You can support our work financially by subscribing on our Patreon page, https://www.patreon.com/mathsoft, or scanning the QR code in the lower right corner.